welcome back. My name is Mulligan and this is Hand of Fate 2. Last time we did the campaign of the High Priestess, which we were pretty successful in. Now I guess we are going for the Empress. Because if we start here and I just go to the left, we go in this direction. So I guess the Empress is the next, so let's go in there. We have our companion. Sadly, we can't really get a better one at this point. The Empress. Earn fame in order to wield the legendary weapon, Razor's Ire. Villages on the northern outskirts are under assault from northern raiders. Defeat the mighty shaman who is leading their raids. Mighty hero gain enough fame to wield the mighty Razor's Ire. The raids encounter with northerners are common in these parts. We have 10 encounters, a token and unknown. We are going to add this one, and this one, and this one, which is probably a platinum card, yes. We have no idea what these do, as you see on the question mark. Friendly Innkeeper, which we unlocked because we finished one of the other things. Here's the Razor Inn, which is gone, I guess. And we see what we can get here. Real map, gain any, trade equipment, gain food, fight empire, gain any melee clips underneath. We need food for that, so keep that in mind. Lose gold, lose food, right? This is more luck based. Winter solstice, man eating tree, lost ball. Where can I here? I can get food here. Last spend coin. Gain resource. The old maiden was pretty nice. That is all we can add. Weapons. We need stuff for fighting northerners, like the Winter's Bane. The hammer, just to see what it does. A better shield. Some armor. A couple rings. I just want to see what they do, so I can... If I know what they do, I can decide in later campaigns what is good to have access to. And now we have supplies. We can start the game with a better weapon or with some food. I want some food. Okay, start. I guess we start with some food.
In this case, the Empress is a symbol, a leader of the northern clans, but not their only one.
Again, 2 little coins.
Now we come to one of the new nuances of our game. The hunt for fame and esteem would not work for all players, but it works for you. I can sense it in you. Your pride, your skill. In time, we will learn all of you.
Sure. Ada's gift. Raiders have destroyed our village. The Ada of Talos explains in a hushed voice. They were sent by a dark shaman of the north. They were searching for this. He draws a large warhammer from his cloak. Razor's Ire. 'Tis the only weapon that will break the seal protecting the encampment. He hands you the weapon. Which is...
Anger is a
lot
powerful
damage.
force.
26 shockwave. Perform a powerful strike that causes knockdown to a single target, impact tracks enemies and causes stun. Bash causes additional damage to armor. And heavy bash deals additional damage to armor and enemies while they block. Cannot riposte. Okay. Does some damage. I need 20 fame. So I need to get fame. The weapon is heavier than you imagined, perhaps weighed down by some hidden magic, preventing you from reading it to its potential. You require 20 fame to equip this weapon, earn fame by completing encounters. Zeta looks straight in your eyes as though peering into your soul. Not all weapons are for all men. Only those who have demonstrated great acts of valor and courage might be a Razor's Ire. You would do well to remember that. You must find the courage to wield this weapon and defeat the shaman before the 5th village falls. The villages need a hero. The town of Braddon is surely in danger and must be warned. Oh, going straight for that, I guess. Thank you, I trust the sacrifice of Talos not go in vain. He bows his head. May the god bring you good fortune.
When the hero runs in, the villain takes their time to bait their trap. Be careful, lest they put you in your place.
I don't care, I'm good enough. I hope. Raider's ambush. A rustling behind you is all the warning you get that your life is in danger. You turn as the cords of a northern bowler wraps around your body. The party of northerners charges at you as you break free. Here's the thing, the last campaign we got a lot of events that just dealt damage. I hope we don't have the same happen this time around. Because if not, we could fight off the enemy.
I'll have you know my friend here is killed far better than you.
There we go. Can we toss a couple times? No. God damn it. Forgot they attacked twice. Even if I block. Come on. No. Can I kill anyone? No. That I thought would have been better, I guess. One. No. Come. Well, okay, lucky, really lucky. Not lucky. I looked at my life and not at the field. There we go. Nice. This looks so stupid. There we go. Finish him. The shield bash looks so stupid. Ah. But okay. With the raiders defeated, you contemplate your next move. Search for spoils. Gain food. Oh, we can lose stuff? Good fortune. You rifle through the defeated northerners' belongings and uncover a stash of gold. 20. Ooh. We can buy stuff.
Strange things still exist. Do you not see the
No.
beauty in this plant? True wonders still remain. Treat it
High on
gently.
a misty mountain top, you discover a vicious-looking plant. Its gaping mouth looks more than capable of shredding you to pieces. But at its base, you notice some unusual fruit. If you throw something, you may be able to distract the savage mouse, thus allowing you to steal some fruit. Throw a piece of equipment. I don't have any equipment. I could maybe throw the villager's axe. Let's throw the big axe. Seems like a good idea. Let's see. You inspect your supplies for something suitable. Yeah, no. No, come on. No, we are not going to... Are you kidding me? I have to throw. Do you throw your equipment at the plant? No. The plant is going to eat the equipment. You look for something suitable on the ground to throw, but you find nothing.
The longest night and a symbol of the deepest matters. You would do well to attend to the things that happen here.
On the longest night of winter, the townsfolk of Stiga is set up around a huge bonfire to celebrate this victory of light over darkness. The one night, the Empire turns a blind eye to the outlawed use of magic. You join a group of peasants close to the fire. Taking a sip, the woman beside you offers you a goblet. You politely accept the pungent potion and take a quick swig. Warmth rushes through your body and you fall into a deep hypnotic trance as you stare into the dancing flames. You wake to find yourself in a stable nestled among a herd of cows. On your way out, you spot a few unconscious Empire guards huddled together outside the stable. No blessing cards found in the inventory, so you can lose blessings, I guess.
Let us see what the next town
Following,
holds.
no. We have to get some more stuff here.
At what point does honor bend to
Never, I
pragmatism?
guess. Not if I need 20 of fame. The road ahead is blocked by an overturned carriage and a woman calling for help. Please help, she cries. I've been robbed by a band of thugs. Is there anything you can do? It says the... yeah, sure. Let's roll. 14 is pretty high. 11. I mean, if we get this into better number... we failed. The first time I failed a dice.
The dice are fair, and thus you have lost this round.
Why, thank you. Now, if you would be so kind as to give me all your gold, the woman draws a pair of concealed blades from her corset. Come on out, boys. You have no time to react as a group of bandits spring from hiding. That is your answer? Bandits? Really? We will see how they whoop my ass now, because I'm not good enough.
You have to stop.
I have to
helping
stop
people.
helping people
It's
helping
not
me.
like this.
It's just a little band of thugs. It's not even that bad. Look at this, bam, easy. They don't even evade. Okay, they did evade a little bit. Whoa, I did not see you attacking me. Okay. They got one hit in. Okay. Let's see, what do we get? I need a better weapon. With the thugs defeated, you search the bodies for valuables. Not too bad of a target. I failed, naturally. Let's reroll those two, even if that is a bad idea. I failed again. You failed to find any valuables, but I gained 4 fame. I'm doing this for the fame. Zone Maiden, what do I want? I want supplies again. This should be good for a few days. 3 supplies, thank you very much. Continue to the village. Dusk falls as you continue on your quest. I guess we have 4 of these to get to.
Do not take lightly the mantle of fame. Being a figurehead is not without consequences.
You arrive at Braddon at dawn to find it under attack from raiders. As the village burns, 3 brave farmers attempt to defend the last of the surviving villagers. One calls out, "Please help, we must stop these savages before all is lost." You draw your weapon and rush to their aid. I don't... It's mostly to try and whittle me down before a big fight. So I'm not too... Oh, there are a bunch of guys. Okay. Let's get rid of those ranged guys. Nope. Come on. One down. Okay. I guess it's too much. Too much. Okay. There we go. Get rid of this. Range guys down. Come on. Only one left. There we go. Come on. Die. And okay. We can't jump that far. Okay. We took some heavy damage. Hopefully we get some heal. some life back. 5 or 10 would be nice. We gain equipment. Ooh. Ah, yes. Bastion of Purification. The surviving villagers rush to the farmer's aid and tend their wounds. Thank you, adventurer, they cry. You have helped save what remains of our people, but sadly our village is no more. Please accept the small token of our gratitude. Saving, we get 2 fame. Oh, if I would be able to save all 3, I get more fame. Ah. And some supplies. I did just skip stuff. Okay. General store. Shopkeeper nods. And adventure, how's the word out there? I need some equipment. So we have some stuff. Let's inspect. Damage buff. Deal more damage the more life you lose in combat. Gain 3 gold whenever you draw a gold card. Light and flexible, does not affect movement speed. The humble hammer slam performs a strike. Damage to an area. Humble hero weapon deals less damage the higher the wielder's fame. Okay, not a good idea. Extinguisher. Fire resistance. Any number of rings can be equipped. I guess we take some armor. Better than my tunic.
The power rage grants is often misunderstood.
Let's see food. Not gonna buy any food. Buy healing. For 8, 10 life. Why should I buy that if I could? For 10 I could get 3 food, which is like 15 HP. I'll leave. Let's check the next one. Market thief again. Okay, crowd. We lose some money. I just want to catch him. We failed this twice. Success! The thief is nimble, but we manage to gain on them as they negotiate the crowd. With the thief almost at arm's reach, they knock over a barrel of apples in an attempt to hinder you. Are you kidding me? A second test? Oh, for fuck's sake. The apples roll across the ground in front of you and you lose your footing and land square on your back. The thief gets away. As you get to your feet, the fruit star owners yells at you, "Oi, you've spilled all my apples, you had better pay for that." Luckily I don't have the money. You have to successfully get a second... Wow.
Although you clearly dabbled with gods to arrive here, you do not need them. You have your own strength.
The first platinum card that we have access to. Let's see. Your quest brings you to a remote shrine, high in the mountains. It is revered among the few local peasants for its remarkable healing properties. You kneel before the shrine and beseech the gods to take pity on you. An 11. 6. 2 1s. Oh, come on. For fuck. Oh, I'm so unlucky. No, but an ominous rumble answers your plea. You leave the shrine in silence as it begins to rain. Another general store. I have no money. Okay. Oh.
Children. It's hard to conceive that either of us were ever such.
I only have 8 fame. I need a little bit more. He's just a small child, you over here, a deeper voice growls. We have to take him to the dungeons or else he will run straight to whatever northern clan he's born from and show them where our outpost is. Just a shifty looking kid. I wouldn't trust him as far as I could throw him, says Malaclips. You consider the boy's fate. Offer to take the boy to the dungeon or save the boy. He's a northerner. I have no idea what to do. Offer to take him to the dungeon. Upon your greetings, the guards recognize you. Ah, hero, it's an honor. We would be grateful for your service. The outpost is that way. They point to the west further into the forest. You lead the lost boy away from the guards. He glares at you with contempt. let him go or take him to the dungeon? I don't know. Take him to the dungeon. You take the boy into the dungeon and claim your bounty. As the guards hands you the reward, you hear the boy cursing you from his cell. You gain some supplies. Some life. Fate's Toll. Lose 5 gold after every encounter with a dealer's mark. Okay. Continue. Go to the next level. Dust falls as you continue on your quest. There we go.
Actions, of course, have consequences. You cannot think that the steps you have taken will bring a simple peace. No.
You arrive at Tarin at dusk to find it under attack from raiders. As the village burns, 3 brave guys will rush in and help. Okay. Let's see. So, the more farmers survive, the better. See the meat shield. There we go. Get some damage in. Come on, die. Finish him. Get the trapper. There we go. Come on, you are nearly down. Only 1 left. Nope, you are not going to throw that. There we go, and finish. No damage. Knife shield, like it. Okay. No damage, we should get 3 fame. And gain 1 armory. Winter's Bane. Yes. And a crit. The surviving villagers rush to the farmer's aid. For saving all the peasants, you receive 4 fame, 1 extra. And some supplies. Some more supplies. There's not time to celebrate. They are surely mustering the raid to raid the town of Danganoon. They point further south down the riverbank. If you are a true hero, you will surely save them. With another village lost to the northerners, you set out for the next town without delay. We are not going to get any money at all.
These tokens represent the expansion of the game. More options, more cards, more
So this time around we have the food. We have more than enough food. Zoga places his book down, and with a mighty push the stone door rolls open. You lose 10 food. A narrow tunnel takes you deep below the earth, opening into a vast limestone cavern. Twinkling on the edge of an underground lake lies a small shanty town, red lanterns lining the quiet streets. Malaclips leads on. Welcome to the underneath, coin slave. Since that bothersome Empire edict, we've had to hide away in places like this. This used to be quite the hub of activity, but now he surveys the silent streets grimly. I guess the Empire is increasing its forces. A few mages are used suspiciously as they pass by. They use the stores, enter the Devil's Ears Tavern, find Malaclip's contact. Malaclips leads the way through the dim, lonely streets of Ira's house. You can hear screaming coming from within. A woman in robes adorned with silver ornaments greets you at the door. Merc said you would come begging for help. Regardless, you are late. Malaclips bows with a grin. I have an illness. I'm hoping to purchase a cure. I don't have money, by the way. Ira of the Veil frowns for a bit before nodding and letting you into her house. You enter the sitting room and the source of the wailing is made clear. A man is locked in a cage, crying in fevered agony. Source of corruption fester on his body. Without warning, she opens the cage and the man rushes at you, but with surprising strength, Ira subdues the mad rising creature. This is the mage Cohen. He thought he could fight off the corruption, but he could not. Ira watches Maleklips carefully as Cohen's cries get more and more guttural. What should I do with him? The bard looks away, disgust and fear on his face. He appears close to passing out. She nods before turning to you. What will you do? Kill the mage. As Ira holds him down, you end the mage's life. With that dealt with, Ira begins tinkering at a table strewn with dead and shiny things. I do have a cure, but as you know, nothing comes free with our kind. She taps silver dust from a bottle, saves the stolen mage children for me, and I will give you the cure so we get new cards.
Still, what secrets does your companion
Too many.
hide from you?
He's an asshole. Those Empire bastards have taken them to some walled fort in the docks of the city. And you better hurry. Ira smiles at Maleklips. That illness can't be held at bay for much longer, I would wager. The bard avoids her gaze. Ask what the illness is. Ira laughs. He hasn't told you? Then it's not my place to say, but know this, friend of Maleklips. If he doesn't find a cure soon, you are in grave danger. Nonsense, Maleklips stands, unstoppering a wine bottle nervously. Ask how Ira knows Maleklips. He was my lover when I was young and stupid, Ira says matter-of-factly. Nonsense, why I'm alluring at all ages. You would be glad to have me still. Ira gives Maleklips a severe look and he balks, covering in his seat. So leave. Peruse the store. Among the abandoned stores, you find an ancient-looking shop front. Through the red lantern light, you read Lelot's oddments, use stones, directions. There are also signs pointing out a path to curses, blessings. Follow sign to blessings. You follow the sign through the lonely streets until they lead you to a sizable hill of colorful rags where you believe a market once stood. An elderly woman climbs from the pyre. Blessings, curses, you don't need either of them. I will trade you all of them for the shiny rock. She offers what looks like a polished river pebble. Remove all your curses and blessings. You feel a tug in your chest as she wrenches the curses and blessing from you with a snap of her fingers. Bam, we got rid of that, good. As promised, she throws you the river pebble. You pocket it and to avoid causing upset, but don't plan to keep it for very long. Let's use the Lelot's oddments. Maleklips sniffs and backs away. I'm not allowed in there after I stole all those stupid pebbles. He lets you go up ahead. With a jangle, you enter the dusty store. You find it filled with shelves, baskets, glass cases, with rocks of various shapes and sizes. The wizened shopkeeper Lelot peers over the counter at you. Inquire about you stones. He waves his wrinkled hand at his wares. You see baskets of giant boulders, smooth pebbles, and tucked away in the corner a basket of rings. The shopkeeper looks around fondly at the stones. What would you like to buy? Everything is 20 gold apiece. Let's see. These old things, cows, I would give them away for free if they weren't bound to me. I need your blood if you wish to take a ring, yes. The old man pricks your elbow with a shard of green glass and allows the blood to drip into a vial. Satisfied he's collected enough, he hurls the vial into the hearth. Okay, 5 life, 15, 25. Feeling lightheaded, you pick a ring from the basket. There's only one, and it's a fire ring.
A useful tool, but simple magic.
Inquire about something else. Directions. The ringing shopkeeper unrolls a dusty map. Nearest trader. Ah yes, there is one here. He drags an ancient finger on the spot of the map. Oh, an extra card. Good. And nearest fight. Ah yes, if blood is what you seek, then there is where blood shall be. Okay. Return to town center. Devil's Earth Tavern. Maleklips breathes in the heady heady scent of berry wine, smoke and feathers. Ah, the devil's ears. My home away from home. He pulls out his lute and leaves to serenade the pretty bartender. She tries her best to ignore him. To survey the bar, a group of burly ogres crowd a too small table. Meanwhile, a giant fleshy eyeball floats somberly by the window. The ogres are arguing jovially about winnings. They seem to be caught up in some kind of dice gambling game. As you play, the large ogre sprouts you the dice and pulls out a shimmering scroll containing the blessings you are playing for. The indomitable will. Roll 18 and the space scroll will be granted to you. Betting one blessing. I don't have a blessing. Note that this game isn't very fair. So can resist. One grips his club menacingly as he rises to his height of 2 men. You are quickly reminded that you are dealing with ogres here. About the rules. He wishes for the rules, does he? An ogre slaps another on the back, guffering. No rules, just roll the dice. If the dice is bigger than a number I choose, you win. An old ogre clears his throat. You might want to know, says what, that we are playing for blessings. Sure, let's try. I don't have a blessing. So, yeah. You don't have any blessings to... Aww. Okay, approach the floating eye. The creature watches you approach with interest. A smile breaks out in the knotted flesh at its base. Would you care to dance, small one? It asks solemnly. Ask what it is. The creature shuckles and the fleshy tendrils on its underbelly shake heartily. The creature's eye is so large that it is difficult to tell whether it is looking at you or somewhere behind. This is an item that I kept from the last warrior I ate. It regurgitates an item onto the floor with a clatter. Dark root ring. What would you offer in return? How about the extinguisher? It inspects the equipment. Yes, this will be a lovely addition to my collection. And we get stunted healing.
Deep in the woods, they still know magic. It will be lost there
Rate
last.
enemies here during combat is reduced. Nice. Ask for a dance. It is a slow circling dance. The creature humming an old harvest song all the while. After some indeterminate amount of time, the dance ends. Ah! The creature's eyes, that took me back to my youth. The creature's eye is so large, leave it be. Leave the tavern, leave the underneath. Mal, the bar turns around, you catch a glimpse of hope in his eyes. She avoids his gaze, takes the children to the madman near Frostford. They run an orphanage. I fear it is no longer safe here. Let's go to the fight.
You'll notice that my carriage does not stop for every distressed traveler along the way.
Let's try to hit the number this time. I need a 4 on this reroll at least. So I have a pretty good odd. But I am failing. Well, thank you. Now give me all your gold. I am not... Oh, A for Greed Anarchist and Greed of Silence. Okay. You have some special guys. Okay. I see. Let's get into the fight. They have reduced healing. So there's that. Cut your throat or cut your purse. It makes no mind to them.
You have to stop helping people.
Okay. Whoa. Okay. Knocked down. Not good. Come on. This time I was in what? I was not hittable with my finisher. This is strange. Oh, come on. My reaction sucks. Get it. There we go. Got him. There we go. Okay. We got hit too much. Far too much damage was done to me, but can't really. Just bad. With Sax defeated, I search the bodies. I have to roll again. This time I finally got 1 dice. We gain 4 fame and some food in their possession, which is good. Which is a ton of food. Which means I can camp.
Campfires offer a chance to see what your companion has to say about your current challenge.
1 more food. Trade. My equipment. What is this doing? Buckler. Defend adds 1 to weapon charge. Eat less every third step, does not consume food. Use defend to block against from ranged enemies. Can only be equipped with the one-handed weapon. So a different type of shield. I mean, we can talk. Gain 20 fame. We're on a good way, I would say.
If you fall in a trap once, you may blame error. To fall in the same trap again smacks of
so
foolishness.
We have 2 trapper and 1 normal northerner. Okay. Let's try this. Oh, a bunch of guys. There we go. Evade the first one. Okay, a bunch of guys. There we go. Nice to kill. Finish him. Not getting hit. Come on. 2 down. Nice. The bowler not gonna get hit by that. If possible. No. Come on, finish him. Only 3 left. There we go. Evade. Okay, that was really lucky. Not getting hit by that. Come on, cast your stuff. Nope. Finish him. Okay. For some reason this didn't hit me. But I'm okay with that. We could fight. Can't really argue with that. Probably getting some food. Can I only carry 20 food? With the raiders defeated, you contemplate your next move. Search the spoils. Alright, we can lose stuff. Please, only lose gold. As you search for valuables, one of the northerners grabs you. With his last breath, he runs his blade into your side. I'm losing 20 gold, which I don't have. I don't have any... Wait. I still have the Fate's Toll? I thought I got rid of that. Ah.
A simple part of every story. Especially a tale spent in the company of allies and boon companions.
This is the one we got from finishing the Razor Tales Tavern Tale thingy. As night draws in, you return to the Rusty Razor. The proprietor greets you warmly. What can I provide to the savior of the Rusty Razor? Discuss latest rumors. Innkeeper tells you that the recent Cheese Festival has kept the inn busy and his coffers full. Ask about lodging. Looking for lodgings, eh? We have some fresh made beds for travelers such as yourself. It's free, of course, assuming you have some provision. By healing. I will do what I can to patch your wounds. I don't have money. Let's rest. Twice. We are now in a good... We have 12 provision, we have 12 food, we have 686 life. We are good.
Wealth through exploration. We have many lands to discover, you and I. If you cannot make use of this, I will question your skills.
A traveling cartographer in the process of making the first full map of the Empire wishes to pay you gold for information on areas you have seen in your recent travels. I need not know every stream of stone that lies from here to the capital. I'm sure whatever knowledge you can provide will be of some worth. There are 7 revealed encounters on the map, except 14 gold, yes. The cartographer listens intently as you relate what you can remember of the neighboring areas. We gain 14 money. We gain 3 extra because of our armor. You spend several hours in his company until he is satisfied that you have nothing else useful to add. I didn't get the... So I have to not do that? Okay. The ruby ring, blessed life, gain 10 max life while you have more blessings than curses, which I do not. At least we know what they do. I gain... don't need any supplies. I'm good. Keep the money for if we need that for something. Okay, next city. Next village.
More bloodshed. And who
You arrived in
blame?
Danganun to find it under attack from Northerners. Please help. We have those guys against our guys again. I'm trying to go in and block damage to get as many of the villagers as I can to safety. More villagers safe means more potential rewards. Come on, die. Oh no, oh no. No, 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 no. Ooh, okay. Okay. Wrong button. Come on. No, someone die. Let's finish someone. Get rid of those guys. Nope, nope, nope. Triple parry. Come on, I dodge. Okay. Couple guys down. There we go. One more. Super damage. Nice. Only one left. Nice dodge. I want to bash him. Nah. But okay, we did have a good amount of life. So now we can regenerate for our food that we consume. Village burns. We get a health tonic.
Now the power is yours.
Sure, let's go. Let's use the hammer. The surviving villagers, for saving we get 4 fame. We now have more than 20 fame. We get a bunch of food. Fate's toll, we lose some money. We lose twice money.
It appears you are worthy to wield the weapon of champions. The raiders will hide from you no longer.
Okay, a worthy hero. You turn Rasa's ire over in your hands. The rune on its face begins emitting a golden light. It is unclear if it now weighs less or you have a newfound strength. But either way, you can now wield the mighty hammer. With another face, Mariclips looks on in awe. Wow, that would earn a pretty penny at the markets. But first, let's use it to break the barrier to the Northern Raiders camp. Slay the shaman and stop the raids once and for all. The Sanctum. Remembering the Elder of Telor's instruction, you set out towards the Sanctum of the Shaman. And I can now get accustomed to the big hammer. We have 120 life max, nice. The Market Bazaar is the hive of activity, the thief again. He's stealing some money. He can't keep that money either way because of the stupid curse. And failure again. One day I will succeed. Cartographer again. Okay, there you go. I don't know what I have to do to get when I don't know what to do to get the thingy. Distress damsel. Let's roll again. Succeed. What do we get now? Thank you, the woman says, as to help her from the carriage. Please accept this as a token of my gratitude. Wow. Max life, we get some fame. We lose some money. Burning building.
You strike me as the type who would put themselves in harm's way for the benefit of others. Yet, perhaps you'd rather have someone else sacrifice themselves for
I have
you.
120 life. I can tank some damage. You hear shouting up ahead. As you make your way down the cobbled street, you see lights flickering on the road in front of you. As you approach, you see a building, flames and smoke billowing out of its upper room windows. A crowd has formed outside, passing buckets of water between one another to temper the blaze. As you push your way through the crowd, you see a woman frantically pleading to the villagers, "Please help, my family is in there. Anyone, please help. Brave the fire yourself." Wow.
The wheel is one of my favorite innovations. It combines many different elements of our game into one.
Where do I stop? Where do I stop? A lot of failures. I don't know. Are you kidding me? Redraw. The trick allows me to redraw, I guess. There we go. I guess this is good. Through.
Excellent.
Okay.
A wise decision.
Through a haze of smoke, you find the woman's youngest daughter crying under a bed. You coax her out, scoop her up, and carry her out of the blaze. A villager rushes to your aid. "Thank you, brave adventurer. I can take it from here. But be warned, the building is not safe. It will soon collapse." The woman embraces her shield and turns to you once more. "My husband, did you see my husband?" The dealer adds another life pain card. Return to the building. I have to do this 3 times, are you kidding me? And it is fast. Huge failure, I'm dead. You hear a shrill cry.
Oh dear. Move faster.
As the beam in the next room collapses, the fire claims a victim. The woman sees you emerge empty-handed, and the woman lets out a cry. "My husband! Did you see my husband?" Okay. Come on. Okay, we get one, at least one more. 2 out of 3 is pretty good. Slumped in the corner of the room, you find the woman's husband. You put his arm over your shoulder and quickly make your way out of the inferno. As you exit the building, it collapses behind you. While you were unable to save everyone, the villagers are grateful for your valiant effort. You gain 8 fame. Okay.
You have prepared yourself for this battle. Now you must face it, but not alone.
It is as the Talos Elder had described. The shaman's sanctum is protected by a magical barrier preventing you from advancing. Use her Rassa's ire. You raise Rassa's ire above your head and bring it down against the magical wall with all your might. The hammer finds its mark and you are immediately engulfed in a blizzard of snow and ice. The howling winds spin you this way and that, then vanish as quickly as they had appeared. Disoriented, you look around for Malachus, but he is nowhere to be found. You find your bearings and realize you are standing in a forest clearing covered in newly fallen snow. You step back and bump into something. Turning, you see a towering northern clansman, bored and brutal.
He has brute strength,
Ooh.
if nothing else.
A new companion? He does not flinch, nor seems even the slightest bit interested in you. He stands with weapon drawn and brow lowered. You turn to follow his gaze. Then you see her, sitting on a throne of wicker and swords. Small straw-plated charms and oddities hanging from the trees behind her. Before her kneel countless raiders worshipping their leader in an eerie stillness. The defender of villages and the exiled one, the shaman says with a hiss. She steps down from her throne. I know why you have come. Let this end. I hope you know how to fight, hero, says the bold Nazaran calmly. There are more warriors here than we can kill. To defeat a snake, you must cut off its head. You ready your weapon as the shaman and her clansmen surround you? I couldn't really get accustomed to my new weapon, but okay. We have a new guy. That is probably better than Malekith. So there she is. Raid leader Grada. Raid leaders are the front line of the northern assault, centers of tactical and religious guidance. The shaman casts spells that heal her allies, attack her quickly to interrupt the spell. Oh, come on.
Stand clear of my blades.
Okay.
Stand clear of yours.
Let me punch her to death. There we go. No. Whoa. Some kind of teleport. Nice. Nice damage. I can't counterattack. Come on. Some more damage and she's down. Finish. Easy. Concentrate on what matters instead of all the small ads. The shaman's body rises as a dark spirit leaves her chest and vanishes into the air. The remaining raiders flee into the forest. As the skies clear, the sun beams down on the colossal warrior that had fought alongside you. I am Kolbjorn, he explains. I was born into the northern clans, but I am clanless now. You do not know us, but we were not always like this. Perhaps one day, the clans will return to the tradition they have lost. You have befriended Kolbjorn the Wanderer. You and I have cleared a small part of the stain from my honor this day. If you call, I will answer. He reaches out a massive hand and clasps your forearm. Let us head back and find your friend. And with that, you and Kolbjorn make your way back through the forest in search of Malekith.
Another card returns to my deck. Do not worry. I have more challenges before you will be ready to face my foe.
Let's see.
Well done. Another northerner falls before you, and a new companion joins
For
your
defeating
journey.
the shaman of the north. The armor of gluttony. Ring of food. The armor of gluttony probably I expand more food. Ring of food we get more food. The pious robes, which probably gives us more blessings. And the frontier bar boot. Don't have many helmets. And the new things, fame and shame. Watchtower, Raider's Ambush, and the Bridge Skirmish. Proving yourself a worthy hero, we get a silver hammer. Defending Kolbjorn, we get Kolbjorn, Clan Eyebright, and the Wanderer. For defending all of the villages, we get Elder's Gift, another platinum card. For convincing Ira to help Malekith, the Stolen One. So this is his storyline that we continue to follow. With that, we have finished the Empress.
You have done well. You understand the basic rules of the game now. From here, they will change.
Yeah, you understand the rules now. By the way, we changed them just because. Okay, so the Emperor, the Hierophant, the Lover, the Chariot. I did not... Oh my god, I did not... It didn't come to my mind, but these are the tarot cards. The Fool, the Magician, the High Priestess, the Empress, the Emperor, Hierophant, Lovers, Chariot. I don't know the other ones. But playing Binding of Isaac, you encounter these a lot. But okay, this will be it for this campaign. Next campaign is the Emperor. And maybe we will go with the new companion. Or maybe we will finish the storyline of Maleklips. We will see. Thank you very much for watching. And I will see you next time.